Hi, I'm Matt with MaximumLivingPower.com, and this is my video coaching newsletter series. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be how much cardio is enough. Well, I have an email from a guy who's asking just this question on how much cardio is enough. Because he's heard, just like we all have, a couple days a week is sufficient, 3 times per week is sufficient, so many hours is enough. So, what is the recommended amount of cardio? Well, this particular topic, a lot of people take, they kind of get off the purpose and importance of doing cardio. So I just want to kind of kind of explain the importance of cardio and some things to keep in mind whenever you are trying to incorporate some cardio into your workout plan. Well, cardio main purpose, like in the fitness and health industry, is usually to help someone lose weight or lose body fat. You also have endurance athletes that do an endless supply of cardio because they're trying to increase their stamina, endurance, and duration of how long they can go. Like long cross country runners, they want to be able to run a lot, which is going to take a lot more cardio and a lot more activity than somebody who is just trying to do some cardio because they have heard that it helps, burn body fat or lose weight, which the main thing to keep in mind whenever you're trying to lose body fat is not how much cardio you're doing or how much workout you're doing. It's how many calories are you burning versus how many you're taking in. So because it doesn't matter how much cardio you do if you are taking in too many calories. So for instance, say if you're on a 1,500 calorie diet that you're trying to lose some body fat and weight, and you're consuming 2,000 to 2,500 calories every day, but you're doing an hour on the treadmill, hour on the elliptical at a moderate speed, and and burning maybe 200-300 calories. Well, you're still in a you're not in a calorie deficit. You still got an abundance of calories that are going to slowly add up. Now, if you were in that same situation, basically you would be putting on body fat. It just really, really, really slow, because the main thing to keep in mind is whenever you're trying to lose weight, is for your calories, is you want to make sure you subtract about 500 to 1,000 per day, um, and make sure it's consistent over 6 to 7 days per week in order to lose anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds of body fat per week, which is usually the standard, as far as the speed at which you want to lose pounds of body fat. But I've seen a lot, anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds per week healthy, whenever they incorporate intermittent fasting. But on this topic, we're gonna just kind of keep it cardio and the importance of cardio, instilled in your workouts. So if you're not an endurance athlete, then you do several hours per week, maybe a couple times per week, more of a trying to keep your endurance, your stamina up, even when you're not an endurance athlete, is a good way to go, because it's going to help in your overall, if you're weight training, it's going to help with your overall weight training, because you're going to have a little bit more endurance and stamina in order to have a better workout. And then it's also going to make you feel better, as well as just kind of uh, you know, keep your heart pumping, get your blood flowing. But of course, you don't want to do too much, because obviously you do too much of anything, it's going to wear out over time. So just keep that in mind as well. And even when I am in the gym, every day. I see people doing 2 to 3 hours sometimes if I'm in there, maybe training a client, or just kind of get in there and say if I show up and then, do my workout and maybe chit chat for a few and then go to leave and there's still people on the treadmill. I mean, that's to me, unless you're trying to burn some excess calories that you consumed, then that to me is just gonna it's gonna wear you out in the long run, because that's just way too many hours to do cardio on a daily basis, because 2 to 3 hours is about what you need for a week. This is approximately, of course. So, try, the best thing to do is try to keep the cardio at the minimum part, uh, because it'll help you, stay uh, on whatever diet you're on. It'll be a little bit easier because you're not going to overwork yourself. But at the same time, if you're active at work, if you're doing, if you work outdoors, if you're all constantly moving, you're getting, maybe not high intensity cardio, but you're getting some moderate cardio, just from work, then you'll need even less, than the 2 to 3 hours per week, type deal. So just keep the focus on cardio as trying to burn calories to get you to a deficit, or to get you maybe a little bit further in the deficit if you're trying to do 500 to 1,000 less per per day, so you can get that 1 to 3 pounds of body fat per week. Of course, if you overeat and you try to do your cardio, that's just, I mean, because you can consume way more calories in a really short amount of time than obviously you can ever work off through cardio. And that's, I'm talking about 3 to 5 hours of cardio. So don't overwork yourself on cardio. Keep it a couple days per week, or doing maybe 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes per cardio session, and focus on trying to keep your focus on maybe not duration, but more of a calorie burn type situation, to where that you can make sure that you're still within your calorie zone of trying to lose your weight. If you're not trying to lose weight, I see some guys as well that they're trying to gain weight, they're trying to gain muscle, but yet they sit there and do cardio 3 to 4 times per week. I used to see that quite a bit with a lot of the younger guys that come in, because they hear cardio is good for just for an overall workout, but they do way too much cardio and they wonder why they're not really gaining muscle. So if your goal is to gain some muscle, then you want to keep it probably more to the 1 to 1.5 hours per week, maybe 1 to 2 days per week of light to moderation. But of course, if you're trying to burn body fat, then you could do more of moderate to high intensity, and kind of fluctuate from about 2 to 3 hours per week, and maybe 2 to 3 days per week. So if you have any questions on that particular topic, you can go to my website at MaximumLivingPower.com and just go to the Contact Me tab and email me your question. It could be on fitness, if you're trying to start a meal plan and just need maybe a little bit of help on trying to get your calories dialed in or something, you can just email me your question as well. Also, if it's in relates to a relationship, because I do relationship coaching as well as career coaching. So if you're not fulfilled in your relationship or your career, and you need maybe a little help to try to get you jump started on either one of those, you can email me your question. And if you need my help personally, you can also go to the coaching options tab and select which option that works best for you, so we can get you kind of discuss what we need to do to kind of get you fulfilled in all areas, because one of the main things that I do is transformational coaching, not just one area. Because what I found, coaching clients over my time, is that it's usually not just one area that people are struggling with. It's just what they try to focus on, is, an area that, maybe they're doing okay in, but there's another area that they're not doing okay in, but they're not focusing on it. So that's why I like to, do the whole transformational coaching, where I can work on the three main areas of everyone's life, which is your job, career, where you spend most of your time, your relationship, where you spend, who you spend most of your time with, and then your fitness and your health, which is something that you deal with 24 hours, 7 days a week. So, and if you like, any of the messages that, I put on the video, please subscribe, like, and share. And you can also receive other videos that I make on this topic and other topics. And I will talk to you soon.